bloodline stronghold. Some strongholds are not as you could think like murder. There are some like that thing where you're telling children, I'm a teacher, you have to be a teacher. Follow us as teachers. We walk like this, and becomes a family stronghold. And you call it a legacy. In fact, you call your children Kawalia Junior. You give your name to your child, which I think is a curse. If I give my name, if I call my son Kawalia, whatever is in Kawalia will be now his portion. We don't have Abraham Jr. or Isaac Jr. or Jacob Jr. in the Bible. Have you heard about people called a free thinker? You know free thinkers? Do you remember those people that always, the teachers called them rebellious, stubborn? Because they always didn't want to go with the status quo. You remember that child who you came home and he had sat down and thought about how that man enters the TV and opened it? Do you remember that man, that child who you gave the phone, the next day has opened it to see how this phone inside? And how did you help that child? Beat them up, beat the hell out of them, and the one who has been holding it and say, I'm keeping it, is a good child. Behaved, because you never disturb anything. If I give you this, keep it as I've given it to you. And there is one who will check it out. The one who check it out, okay? And those who tried one time, they were beaten to submission. Our parents beat us to submission, didn't allow us to think. And that's the same you're doing to your children. Beat them to submission, not allow them to fly. And that is abana bagundi bampisa. Well behaved, because they follow the system. They are good. They follow the system. They go to school. They go through school. They get a job and they get a salary. They get their children. They are good until they die. A good civil servant, 40 years in the civil service, protecting the superhuman. And they condition their children also to follow the same. Do like your father. Do you know what we call them? We call them bloodline strongholds. Bloodline strongholds. As some strongholds are not as you could think like murder. There are some like that thing where you're telling children, I'm a teacher, you have to be a teacher. Follow us as teachers. We walk like this, and becomes a family stronghold. And you call it a legacy. In fact, you call your children Kawalia Junior. You give your name to your child, which I think is a curse. If I give my name, if I call my son Kawalia, whatever is in Kawalia will be now his portion. We don't have Abraham Jr. or Isaac Jr. or Jacob Jr. in the Bible. The children of Isaac, there is no Isaac Jr. And there is no Abraham in the children of Isaac. Amen. Why am I entangling my child in my strongholds and calling them Junior? I said I can't do that. None of my children will carry my name. None. They have different destinies. I don't then want them to go through my path. Hello? Jacob, do you know how many children Jacob had? How many sons? Jacob had how many sons? 12 sons. And none of them is Abraham. Jacob had 12 sons. And none of them. Not so? Why? Wanji? Why? Every child has his own code different from his parent. But the parent try to initiate their children into their strongholds. As you've been doing. You're trying to initiate the child into the bondage. The thing that brought bondage on you, like your job, you're trying to initiate your children to go through the same system and come into the same bondage as you have been. You are paying fees for a stronghold. You are trying to let them go through the system, qualify, and come in the same thing you're doing. And you'll be happy that your daughter or your son is now in the same profession like you. A stronghold. And you feel so good. I'm in public service. Now my daughter has also been given a job in Ministry of Works. We are family of civil servants, civil slaves. And you hear people so proud of their slavery. I am procurement manager. I am. So, okay, thank you so much. They're so proud. Actually, when you break free from that slavery, people will call you foolish. Olekawo tia echifo. Olekawo linda kupaka retirement package. Pension. I'm a pensioner. Permanent and pensionable. Permanent what? And you try to break free from that. What will happen? Your own people will curse you. Will curse you and say, "Nechibiri goba dechi." Aniya kuroga kwate chintu, because you are sure of a salary. And make a pension. How much is pension? Abaloko leba kusiriwaza. You're spending all time at church, and even the church say, okay, if you've left their system, let's put in our system also. So you are initiated in bloodline strongholds. I'm not talking about demons, by the way. I'm talking about breaking free from systems that have blocked your intelligence. Break free from beliefs. That's why we struggle to teach the spiritual world, because people have beliefs, have the thing like walls, and they're saying, Pastor James, these are so thick. Teach us about religion. Tell us about there's a demon disturbing me. But when I tell you, no, the demon is not the issue. The issue is the stronghold that has blocked your spiritual intelligence. Because even demons are just lower intelligences. But you are made above them because of Christ. And I tell you, you don't need a man to cast out that, because it's not there. You need to pull down the system, be free from its control, and awaken the intelligence in you, the greatness in you, the seed of God, the divine seed in you. And maybe you're going to tell Pastor James, so for you, have you done it? That's what I'm doing. For years, I'm 10 years to break because if for my first 15 years in the Lord has been to build systems of religion around me, now I'm struggling to disentangle myself. It takes time. Because every time I try to disentangle, you entangle me back into it. You call me a cult. You tell me, be like others. I'm trying to be free from the system and awaken that which God put in me, in my spirit. The intelligence, the understanding, the divine seed. Are you getting me? If you came here and my message there was to fortify your stronghold, it will be, you said, this is a great message. Oh, now I know, Pastor. You've revealed to me what bound me. Oh my God. Oh, this is a man of God. In fact, most of our sermons are just to fortify your stronghold and make you comfortable in your prison. The prison of your mind, the prison of your spirit. So I'm telling you to break free from the system, and you're saying, now this is my stronghold. Did you hear what I say? This is on what I'm holding strongly. That's what is called a stronghold. My stronghold. Holding to it and to it. So that's what it's not holding you. You are the one who holding on. Because you were told that the stronghold is holding. No, you are holding on to it strongly. Hello? What is it? And it's not easy. Because you've been holding to it and even your hands are stiff. Zaka kanyala zachikwata. It became, who are you? You show what you're holding on to. Born again. Who are you? You show what you're holding on to. And when it begin to tell you, let go, lose it. Lose it. Pastor, I can't. This is my life. I'll die. I can't lose it. Lose. I've been holding to it for generations. Think about what you've been holding to as success for generations. What they've told you, that is success for generations. You think about that. And what do you want to present to your parents and your people and say, I have achieved it. I have success. This is it. But is it really success? Is it? Is it? Have you seen people who get 10, 20 millions for a graduation party? For a degree that will expire. And the person, the next day is jobless. And like, oh, we have to celebrate a victory. But is it a victory really? If I knew this years ago, I would have done homeschooling. I would have done homeschooling. I would let my children not into my stronghold, but let the intelligence. You imagine if your 7-year-old became spiritual at 7, understand the spirit realm at 7, what would happen to that child? When they are still at that stage, from the age of 3 to 10, and you introduce them not to the system that block them, but to understand spiritual realities, interpreting dreams, seeing angels, ascending the spirit by the age of 10, how would that child be? At 12, people would be lining up for miracles. I was 3 and a half. I was 3 if you read my book. I was 3. And thousands could come every day for help from a 3-year-old. At 3. I was 3.5. They called me the baby witch doctor. And women and men could come and tell them, undress. They undress, remain naked. Can you imagine you undress before a 3-year-old because you're seeking help? A 3-year-old, you walk into the room naked and tell you sit there. He's there playing with his toys and you're waiting for Jaja to come and treat you. Look at that kind of foolishness. Jaja is 3 years old playing with toys there. And I'm waiting for Jaja. Because Jaja is spiritual. At 3-year-old, you are 70, you are blocked. I'm just imagining these old guys who could come, sit there naked, sometimes for a whole day. I'm just playing my things out there. Then I come, I do the, they go, then they come, when I went, things worked. And look at the 3-year-old. Do you know 3-year-old? This girl here, Karen, she's 4. She's going to be 4. But imagine her. She's now the one teaching you and helping you solve the mystery of your life when you're 50. Hello? Mbatabu Dekati. What if your child, your daughter, you let them, because your child, before you blocked them, they had a spiritual sense. Before you told them those are just dreams, those are just imaginations, you're just seeing things, they are not true. Before you blocked them, they were free until you blocked them. Hello? Okay. Someone said bloodline strongholds.